Hi, how are ya? Today, I will be working on this sweater, which seems to be appearing as brown, which is a falsehood. This is not brown. It is more of an army green. It is a cardigan. And today we'll be adding some Today we'll be adding some belt details to it. I was originally going to use this cardigan to create the Nana / Vivienne Westwood inspired piece that I'm wearing right now. Link cards. But today we'll be using this for something else. Let's get into it. So this is what the cardigan looks like. I'm going to be using this display mannequin as a dress form. Once again, it will just make things a little bit easier. So basically I want to add, where's my finger? Okay, there's my finger. I want to add belt detailings on it. And we're going to do that using the same webbing, the same green webbing. So I've run out of buckles and I need 2 more matching ones on the wrists. So what I've done, I've taken the prong, this piece, off of this belt and I've attached it to a D-ring. So I've made the decision to hand sew these on. So I've added quite a bit of detailing since I last turned the camera on. Because of the belt detailing, it is teetering on the edge of a straitjacket, which isn't exactly what I'm going for. I just thought it would be fun to put a bunch of belts on a cardigan. So I don't know if the detailing that I've added allows it to veer away from the straitjacket look, but I do like this a lot better than the single bands that were there before. So now I'm gonna work on sewing them on. Like I said, mentioned before, it's gonna be hand sewn. Okay, so I wanted to finish off the ends of the webbing. And I don't have those metal tips that you see on belts. What I do have are these crimp clasps, which you may see being used to create fabric chokers. So if you look, they are not the same width. So I have had to use multiple of them next to each other to cover the area. So the next thing I'm going to be working on is attaching the buckles properly. So in order to attach the buckles properly, we need to create a hole here for the prong to go through. In order to do that, we'll be using this handy dandy soldering iron. You plug it in, this part heats up, and then we'll poke a hole. And because it's hot, it will seal the edges of the hole we create, which is useful. I've also seen this tool used by people who work with lace to cut out the detailing, as well as jewelry makers, so soldering iron. So I ended up having to open the hole a bit wider because when I was trying to buckle them, it kept popping out. It suddenly became too short and it wasn't reaching the end bar here. So I looked at some of my other belts and I realized that they had a lot more free range, a lot more space to move around. So I had to go back and open all of them a little bit farther. And that solved the popping problem. So I still have some threads to cut, so ignore the threads. But on the belt buckle, I've done a rectangle and an X. So now what we're gonna do is create holes because we kind of need them if we want to wear this as an actual belt.
Bye, have a great time.